Welcome back, Irish fans, to UND.com. I'm Jack Nolan with the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish hockey team, Jeff Jackson. We're standing right outside the Compton Family Ice Arena. I have never been in here. Coach is going to give us a little tour. We're going to walk in the entrance here. What's going to strike me as soon as I walk in?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the actual arena is open. The concourse is open to the actual arena, and people can be at the concession stands or walking around the concourse, and the game's still right in front of them. And you know, the open design, I think it's going to create a real exciting environment for our fans. And then actually, once you get in, you'll get a good feel for the seating and how impressive the building is for everybody that sits in it. I mean, I think that every seat in the house is going to be an exceptional view for a college hockey game.
Well, let's get inside. I'm looking forward to this. I can already see one of the great improvements right away. Notre Dame fans aren't used to having chairbacks when they went to the old Joyce Center arena to watch a game, but the lower arena seats are all going to be the nice, comfy chairback seats as well.
Well, actually, this third of the building is going to be all bleacher seating for our students.
Okay.
And that'll include the balcony seats to where our band will be right out over the visiting goaltender, right over the Zamboni entrance, and then this whole section here is going to be all for our students. And you know, we're hoping that we'll be able to draw 1,200 students a game to fill this entire end of the rink and make it a real intimidating environment for the opponent.
I mean, clearly, the fans are going to be right on top of the action.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, the vantage point and the sight lines, the seats are much steeper than what we're accustomed to. So every seat is going to have a good, you know, diagonal vantage point to the ice and being able to see the whole arena. I have my personal preference for seats in this building. If I was a fan, they would be the mezzanine seats, because I think that they're the best view of the entire building. If I guess maybe that's a little bit of the coach in me to be able to watch the game from that point, but I really like the seats at the second level because I think the sight lines are incredible.
For Irish fans, they're used to the benches for both teams being on the same side of the ice. That will not be the case here.
No, I mean, actually, you know, we tried to make this building a little bit retro, similar to what they're doing with ballparks across the United States now, is make them a little bit old-fashioned. Instead of just doing the cookie-cutter bowl, what we tried to do is take from the old days of hockey when the boxes were across from each other. I first saw that from the college perspective at Munn Arena and watched how Ron Mason used that as an advantage from a coaching perspective, just in the fact that our bench is right next to the penalty box, so we have an advantage for players coming out of the box. We also, you know, have the advantage that I watch Ron Mason use quite often, and that is the officials are always over at the penalty box area or the timekeeper's box. So if you want to get their attention as a coach, they're right in front of you. And I watched Ron do that extremely well for many, many years at Munn Arena. But it really goes with the idea that we wanted to make this building a little bit old-fashioned looking, and that's why we do have the bowl at the lower level, but the balconies are and the windows at this end are really what's going to make it a little bit old school. You know, I think back to the days when Lefty was coaching in the WCHA during the 60s. They used to get 4,000 fans a game in the Joyce Center. I can't figure out how they did that with the configuration and the bleacher seating. But the thing is that, you know, we've been selling out for the last 4 years regularly. Every game's been sold out. We've turned a lot of people away, especially our student body. And we're going to be at the point now where with over 1,200 seats for students, it's going to create a better environment for our program. But the exciting thing for me is, and I'm very proud of Jack Swarbrick's commitment to making this more of a family arena, is that people in the South Bend community in Michiana hopefully are going to help develop youth hockey in this area to where it grows even further.
This will be on the mezzanine level now, and we are inside what's going to be O'Brien's Pub. And again, the views are great. There'll be seating and a way to really enjoy every aspect of watching a hockey game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of buildings now are putting in private boxes, but we really like the idea of having club seating and actually just having a club, naming it after a great supporter of ours, and naming it after an Irishman, of course. O'Brien's, it will be an Irish pub. People will be able to buy, the people that buy tickets in the club seating area will be able to have access to food and beverage, and also take advantage of some of the best, probably the best seats in the house, because they go right across the blue lines at the balcony level.
I can see your media facilities across the way, and that's important because the better facilities you have for media, when they have 2 or 3 big games to decide where to televise, if they got a place they can go where it's fun to do the game and easy to set up, that's going to help get even more Notre Dame hockey on television.
Well, and we've got great, obviously this, you can tell, like I keep talking about the sight lines, you know, the press box is probably 4 times the size of the one in the Joyce Center, plus the whole front row is, again, the exceptional seats, those sight lines from the very front row, and then behind with the booths, that's where all the television, radio, you know, the coaches' booths for both teams. But you know, I'm really happy for Tim Connor that's had to struggle with the Joyce Center press box. This press box is going to allow us to have more access to television, and this thing is going to be television ready. So I think that a lot of television games are going to be coming our way, coming out of this building.
West end of the building, right behind what will be the net, and this is the view that you think is the best seat in the house.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it certainly gives you the best look at the overall arena. This will be where our band is going to be sitting during games, and our students will be on both sides of them and underneath. You know, it's going to create a tremendous environment. You can see, like if we were on the very front row here behind the glass, you'd be looking right over the goalie's shoulder. I mean, it's right over top of the goaltender, and I love the sight lines here for watching a hockey game, because you can really see. I mean, you're close enough to still see the players' expressions. You're close enough to see a lot of the, you know, just the little things of the game, but you also can see plays develop, and you know, people may also recognize that this ice sheet's going to be wider, 10 feet wider than the Joyce Center. It's not Olympic, but it's wider. It's the same basic length. I think we're 5 feet longer. It's 200 by 95, and this is kind of like the ideal ice sheet for, you know, us really improving our creativity as a team, to be a real, you know, take advantage of our team speed and transition game. It'll give us wider corners to continue to work on cycling and being more creative offensively in the offensive zone. But you know, overall, I love these seats because you can really see plays develop, and you still have a great opportunity to watch goals scored right underneath you. I mean, just to be looking straight down and watch the action in front of you.
But right now, as you can see, construction is moving along very, very well. They're hoping the building will be ready to be played in the weekend of the USC football game, but if not that weekend, very shortly after that. And you can buy tickets to be part of the very first season of Notre Dame hockey in the Compton Family Ice Arena right here, right now on UND.com, or give the ticket office a call, 574-631-7356, to get really one of the first choices of any seats that are still available, because a lot have already sold. But it's going to be a great year. I'm excited just walking around here waiting to see the first game in this building.
It's an exciting day for Notre Dame hockey. I mean, it's going to be incredible. I know our kids are excited, but you know, I'm excited for our fans too, because we're going to finally have a place that they can call home as well.
Coach, thank you so much for the tour. I really enjoyed it. And folks, this is not the last tour. We showed you the ice arena part of this building. Coming up, when it gets done, we're going to show you the magnificent facilities that they have for the Notre Dame hockey team, and some of the facilities that will also be available for members of the Michiana community. That will be coming up in a month or so, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. With Irish head coach Jeff Jackson, I'm Jack Nolan, UND.com.